driver like detailed, like step by step, day by day, over the pre-trip, everything that is going on in the bus, the book in the bus. Well, like I just did a book and stuff like that. Basically everything, like if you're trying to get into this, everything that you're gonna have to go through. Like I said, it's not heavy lifting and stuff like that, but it is certain stuff that you are gonna have to check, or you should check. You know, according to DOT and according to if you want your bus to break down or not. Alright, so let's get into it. Okay, so this is the MCI bus. I am not a huge fan of the MCI, but this is the MCI bus. So we only got 2 things on the dash, or 3 things on the dash. Check engine light, the parking brake is on, and they saying something wrong with the tag wheel. Alright, so this is the spotlights. So this is the off spotlight. Oh shit, this will be turning the spotlight off. So alright, so that's off obviously, and this is on obviously. Alright, let me turn it back off. Alright, so this is the ceiling lights. See, the ceiling lights are off now. The reading light. The reading lights. The reading lights. Alright, so these is the window lights. The window lights. Alright, this is the driver light. The driver light. The driver light. These are the panel lights, fog lights, fast idle. You want to have fast idle on because sometimes the bus can go into a region. It's the mirror heat. You need your mirror heat like when it's like snowing outside. If it's raining outside, it'll pretty much, it's supposed to clear out the mirrors for you, and your mirrors are going to be your best friend. Alright, and then this is how you start the bus, and this is how you do your ignition on the bus. And for most of the buses, they do not have keys, but you have to put your code in. Alright, now this is for the 360 camera. I ain't even gonna press that. This is for the blinds. The blinds. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so y'all get the gist of that. And that is our easy pass up there. So of course, you know, you ain't gotta pay for no easy pass, or you don't get stuck through. Like I think like going towards like Norfolk, whatever. I forgot what bridge that is. That might be the Bay Bridge. No, that's not the Bay Bridge. That can't be. Chesapeake Bridge, maybe. They got like a guard, so the guard will let you up after you pay it. And I actually, and one time when I was working for Greyhound, I was stuck there for about 30 minutes, or they wanted me to pay, and it's like, I'm sorry, it's like certain stuff at work. I'm not paying my personal money to work. Like, no, not paying that or whatever. Or they was like, oh, you can just go and get a ticket or whatever. We just send you a ticket, and then I swear, it was like something wrong with the Easy Pass or something wrong with their thing. Why when they give me the penny the ticket out, why my Easy Pass gonna work? Alright. I don't even know how I got these lights over here. This is the baggage lights. This is the lock the bags on the left side of the bus. This is the lock the bags on the right side of the bus. This is the step lights. I don't know why it's not working, but it ain't. It's the hazard lights. You see, this is the good part of the MCIs. This will come on. Alright, this is the nail the bus, and this is for the entrance door. I ain't gonna open it up too much because it's be rats back here. It's the radio. You know how to freaking work a radio. This is the defroster. This is the heat, cold, and this is pretty much to turn up your heat. So basically like this. You see how it's going up and down. Alright. But you don't want to have it up too high because the passengers will complain because they're going to be uncomfortable. Huh?
Spanish, no. iPods. Mis iPods. Los dejé.
In here?
Acá. Okay?
Huh? Oh, no. No, done.
No, one moment.
And if you are already a CDL driver, you know what this stuff means. For the battery, you know, the RPMs or whatever. This is the gas, the diesel, and this is for the diesel, the DEF. Some people call it DEF, some people call it DEF, diesel exhaust fluid or fuel. It says 193 degrees trans temp. All right. So we just want to look at the book. So this is when you make an announcement or whatever. You just press it on, turn it on. You want to just turn it on and then press this. Hello everybody, I'm going to be your operator to New York. Hello everybody, I'm going to be your operator to New York today. Alright, and then when you're done, you put it back. And chill on my shirt, I had got something on it. Let me turn the radio off. Alright. So, you get the book out of this first compartment right here. I'll show you in a little bit. But anyway, you find your book. It'll have your registration, insurance card. So it's going to have your insurance card, registration, international fuel tax agreement, your DVIR instructions, that's your pre-trip, your wheelchair instructions, and accident report form. So you just want to make sure that all your documents are in here, because if DOT stops you or you get into an incident or an accident, you want to have your stuff, because you can get in a lot of trouble if you don't. Alright, let me show y'all. Alright, so it says reserved for the driver. And you just open it up. And your documents are in there. The bus just cut off because of the idling. I tried to leave enough room for the next bus to get in here. But I guess because of how he came in, he still couldn't get in. You see him right here? You gotta do what you gotta do as a bus driver. And yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. And of course, these are the DVD players. And before I start any trip, well, before I start driving or whatever down the road, I always say a prayer to God. I have a very special prayer, and it's been working out for me for 4 years. Like, I'm about to have 5 years being a CDL driver. I have like I said, I have a special prayer that I ask, and it's been working out for me, accident free. You know, I don't want to say exactly what it is, because somebody might be out there praying the opposite. But that's just how social media is. Like, what is it like to be a CDL bus driver, commercial driver, a motor coach operator? It's really, really free to me. Like, it's free. Like, this is literally my dream career. I'm living my dream job. You know, all that. And it's not for everybody, but it's definitely for me. Like, I really have, like, a lot of joy, like, and just peace doing this or whatever. And then I get paid for it good on top of that. So what about a CDL female truck driver? It can be hard at times. Definitely don't try to mix business with pleasure. If you coming out here as a lady doing it, I mean, of course you can do like shit. If you're working at Academy, of course you can talk to a Greyhound driver. But if you're at Academy, I would suggest you, I mean, you can do what you want to do, but don't talk to no Academy drivers. But like I said, you grown, do what you want to. You know, like I said, you grown, do what you want to do. But I learned that lesson 5 years ago at Greyhound. Like, I was friends with everybody. I be cool with everybody, but I like friends. You know, we would have to build up to that. But I was friends with everybody. I was cool with everybody. friendly with everybody. I talked to different drivers. And of course, you know, none of that shit came to bite me back in the butt. I mean, in a way it did, like, cause I would be beefing with females or whatever, you know, cause a lot of these dudes be whatever, like, and they can sometimes, a dude can put you in drama with females, like, because it's like, say they didn't tell them that you're in a relationship and like they all up in their face and they don't put them in their place, or like they just doing stuff behind your back. I had that situation with this male driver out of Philly. He really was the only one that ever put me in drama with females, was him. And then another driver, but it wasn't him that put me in the drama. It was this lady, this union rep or whatever, that was like being nosy, starting drama. And she was like trying to start drama with the other guy, but he was not. This was a DC driver, and he wasn't the one that was with the drama. It was really her or whatever. Now if it was him, I would tell you, but it was not him. But it wasn't him or whatever. So yeah, and that's the same way for friends, because a friendship might turn sour, so you still gotta be like careful being friends with people as well. Okay, so, but one thing I do realize sometimes, like, since I can drive so good, since I am such a good driver, men like to bust up on me, or maybe because I'm a woman in a male-dominated industry. But I be feeling like there's a lot of women in bus driving. A lot of women bus drivers. Sometimes I do feel like the men try to boss up on me a little bit. Like this one man here, and it's no shade to him because I like him or whatever. But he just went and showed me his pay or whatever. It's like, why are you rushing to tell me your pay? It was like this other driver was like, he kept on like trying to like, and like I said, they cool, but I'm just telling y'all my experience. Like he kept on telling me like how many years he had experience. Like I heard you the first time, or you don't have to keep saying it. But like I said, there's no beef. They both cool, whatever. That was just like an experience. Like sometimes I feel like they try to bust up on you, and it might not be intentional. It might just be like a man thing, but that is something that you might go through, or like keep on being talked to. I kind of like be putting that in place now. Like I think everybody kind of catches my vibe that I'm not really out here looking for nothing. But when I was younger, when I first had got into it, of course everybody and their mama gonna try to talk to you. And then of course, you know, all the drivers like, oh, you're so pretty, da 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 da. But nobody come at me in that way. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, come at you like like how I was when I was younger. So yeah. But so like if you're younger or whatever, like your situation might be different, because a lot of men will try to try you when you're younger. Now I'm older, like I'm 29. So now I'm like 29, so I don't really get that as much anymore. It just be like subtle stuff, but it's not like that hard. I want you. It's just like some like subtle stuff, like oh you're pretty, da da da, versus give me your number now, blah 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 blah. And then we go together. None of so like it don't be like it don't be like that no more. And when I was trucking, I only talked to like one driver. I used to be talking to men. I just took a break. I've been taking a break for probably like 3 years now. I have not been like even like with anybody seriously since I got my CDL Class A, and that was like March 2021. High school. I imagine just how it would be like if you was working for the MTA. It was high school, a lot of drama, a lot of cattiness or whatever. Like between the drivers, like probably like 90% of us was like family, but it'd just be some catty drivers or whatever that be in their business. Bitter besties, I should. So I'm about to explain to y'all pretty much what I have been doing today. Alright. So I get to the yard and I get a ride or whatever to Union Station. The other driver takes the bus. He takes the bus or whatever, and he goes to DuPont Circle, and he loads my passengers, and he drives it to Union Station, so I will have enough hours. Like, if he didn't do that, I probably would run out of hours. So, at Union Station, I left at 12 o'clock. I was supposed to get to to New York City at 4:30. I got here probably like 3:51. So I got here real early. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I got here really, really early. 4:30. I take a break from 4:30. I take a break from 4:30 to 6:30, and then at 6:15. So 4:30 to 6:15 basically. At 6:15, I get off my break, start loading the passengers, you gotta tidy up the bus and stuff like that. Clean up the bus, and then at 6:30, no later than 6:39, you should be pulling off your bus. And at 10:45, you should be getting back to Union Station. And then this one is actually really, really long. So arrive at DuPont Circle at 11:20, but most of the time you just leave right away. And then you leave DuPont Circle at 11:25, and we supposed to get back to the yard at 11:59. So it's a really, really long day. Cause I get there like 10 o'clock. 10:35 is my report time. It's a real long day. So yeah, that's the gist of the day. And like I said, you gotta, like, to do this, you gotta love the passengers or be able to deal with the passengers and stuff like that. Like, everybody that work here is pretty much cool. I don't know about the other drivers. The drivers don't really talk to each other, so it's not like we're here like, oh hey, but like the workers, they be cool. They be cool. Like when I got here, of course I seen a lady, said hey. She said she gonna check on me later. And then there's a man here calling my uncle in my head, and he just came over to the bus and said, hey, how am I doing? And then he asked about the other driver, and then, he'll see me later, I just want to make sure that I had the best bus that's going to get me to New York. So as a bus driver, they might switch your buses a few times because some of the buses, they don't be up to par, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's make sure all the lights is good. Tires are good. Amber in color. Amber in color. Tire is good. Tire is good. Amber is in color. And lights is checking out. I be running my ass back up in here because it be red. New York. And to get my assignments, I receive everything on my phone, so it's not like you coming that day and then you see what you're doing. No, I already see my stuff. They already sent me my stuff way before it's time to actually go, so I know what I'm doing every day. Okay, and so I would just use the bathroom, but anyway. Okay, so I just came back from the bathroom, but so for fuel, your bus should be cleaned and fueled by the time you get it. So it usually is. But when I was at Greyhound, I would say maybe like 60% of the time it was, 60% of the time it was not. And at Greyhound, I mentioned Greyhound because I used to work there and I get a lot of questions. The most questions I get is about Greyhound and Academy. But I am coming out with a course, so like everything that's in the course is not gonna be in none of my vlogs. That's like really detailed. People that really want to learn how to go to a high profitable company, be accident free and stuff like that. Or you can book a one-on-one call if you got any questions for me. Or it should be done no later than Wednesday. Just because I've been having so many questions on Instagram, and why is this dude coming over here? What do he want? Hey.
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I work for a vendor.
Here, so I just wanted to cut the camera off so you don't hear our conversation. But and I couldn't. Like what stuff we was talking about, I couldn't put that on here anyway. I want to get her. This is what I want to say, and I did cover this a lot in my course. All I gotta do with the course is edit everything and then just upload it. But all the classes are done. And I took a lot of time to do it because I really want y'all to find a good high-paying job and don't make no accidents or go through stuff that y'all basically don't have to. But anyway, I don't use trucker GPS, bus GPS, none of that. I just put that shit in the Apple Maps and go on about my business. I'll only do that if you got a year of CDL driving experience and you like really know rules and stuff like that. Now, of course, if I was in Ohio, Atlanta, stuff like that, I probably would, but I already know where I'm going. I pretty much either take 95 or 301. But if you, like I said, if you don't have a year of like CDL experience, I would get me a trucker GPS or stuff like that. But if you do, like, I mean, you can have one, but shoot, why spend the extra money if you don't got to? And how I stay accident free is always expect the unexpected. My marriage is my best friend, and always expect the unexpected. Like, even with like people, like, of course, some people just, especially if you go to New York, they will literally just like walk in the middle of the road. They'll walk into your bus, like, even if you got the right of way. So you got to keep an eye out on that. Also, like semi trucks and stuff like that. Most of the time, like, when you're driving a semi truck, you don't notice this, but if you're driving like another vehicle, semi trucks cannot stay in their lane, you know, because it's a truck and a trailer. They can't stay in their lane. So if I know I can't leave myself out, which means I can't jump to the left or to the right, like say if you're going to, you know, like them big old big old cement walls or whatever, like if it's about to be construction, and I know I don't have an out. First of all, I will watch first, like, is this truck or basically a truck? Because like a car, they probably ain't gonna go into your lane too much. But are they staying in their lane? I'll watch that before I even get up there or whatever. And if they not, I'll just wait and let them go first, and I'll stay behind, or I'll beep before I even get up there so they can get themselves in line. But anytime you about to get in an accident, you feel like you about to get in an accident, they about to hit you, get into your lane and stuff like that, always slow down. Really stop if you can, because you always want the other person to hit you and you not hit them. That's my motto, okay? Oh, and I ain't gonna lie to you. You might want to get Trucker Pass 2G to trip plan. I don't trip plan, but I should, because I got into a situation. I think it was my last vlog, or it might have been the last vlog when I was like, I got stranded with a bus full of passengers, which was true. I actually got stranded because for a little bit, because the Bay Bridge got shut down because of the wind. And I ain't gonna say I would have known this for a fact if I trip planned, but I should have been thinking, like, first of all, like, even when I got on there, it was windy. You could hardly keep the bus in the lines. It was super windy. Of course, you know, that's why they shut the Big Bridge down. Yeah, like, I shouldn't have took that way. When I got on there, even though I have a bus full of passengers, and sometimes you be thinking about, like, what they gonna think or what they gonna say. I mean, you should turn around and do it safe, because at the end of the day, I would have saved myself 2 hours, you know. I'm sitting here real calm right now. Oh, I was about to say. I was sitting real calm right now, but I feel like somebody fucking stole my fucking wallet. My ass be so paranoid being in a bus full of passengers. I swear. Hold on, who is this? But yeah, I always get paranoid. The moment I can't find somebody done stole my shit. Somebody done stole my phone. Somebody done stole my wallet. Child, pray for the girl.
Whew. It is absolutely freezing.
On route to Boston. Please line up next to track number 11. Once again, passengers ticketed for train 2254. Yesella to Boston. Please line up by track 11. Bottom
Alright, so I'm about to eat. Alright, so I'm about to eat. I got romaine lettuce, baked beans, pepper jack cheese, corn, crispy chicken, and egg whites. I usually get an avocado, but this shit was already $17. I'm not getting no more. And that's not even because it's New York. It's just expensive at Chops. Because, I mean, it is a lot of salad, though.